Look over your shoulder and do this. Let's see. Do that. There you go. Hey guys, and good evening. I just wanted to welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We a couple years ago decided that this would be the way we would attempt to do our drawing. So there was some excitement, enthusiasm about the way we draw. But in addition to that, there was a very succinct method that everybody could tune into, everybody could understand, and everybody could feel comfortable about. So this is our second year to do the broadcast. We hope it comes across even better than it did last year. Brian Nepper, along with a number of the other board members this year at Vision Forum, put together a written format in the way we would do this, as well as he goes through this, he'll be talking to you about each weight class, and the whys and wheres. Scott will be, Scott Farrell, our sports information director, will be adding some color, talking a little bit about each weight class and some of the guys, how they were ranked. So really it'll be between Brian Nepper, and Scott. Dalton and I will do the drawing and let you know where those brackets are. And then I believe Chase will be putting those people in the brackets, correct, Chase? So we're going to try to get those written up. This is being recorded. You'll be able to go back and watch it and check it out. You'll also, when the brackets are finished by tomorrow, we'll have those posted on the website for people to be able to see. So welcome again. We look forward to getting this going. It'll probably be about a 2-hour process, and then we think we'll have it all set and be ready to welcome you guys to Dallas this coming Wednesday. So with that, let's get started. All right, Brian, do you want to explain, start off explaining the way that the Vision Forum coaches voted on doing this?
Yeah, I'm not seeing myself on. All right, just briefly, can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Just briefly, this past summer at our Vision Forum, which is our our format for changing our rules and going over procedures, we agreed to this format. The first thing that we do is we send out a list of all of the top qualifiers across the nation to our 9 conference chairmen across the nation. Each chairman has the ability to rank these guys, basically seeding them. And then we have Scott Sherman down in Florida, the former coach for University of North Florida. He goes through all of the data, crunches it, and comes out with their seeding recommendations. And what comes out is basically the top 32 guys using a statistical analysis. From that, Scott and I make sure that all of our criteria is met, meaning that we don't have guys from the same team facing each other in the same side of the bracket. And we also try to make sure that there's no one facing each other from the same conference in the round of 64, round of 32. So that's the first thing that we do. The second part of the procedure is what we're doing tonight, which is the live draw. We're going to do it in 2 parts. The first part, we're drawing everyone that finished top 4 in their conference that has not already been seeded. The second part will be everybody else. So if you finish 5th, 6th, 7th, or a wild card, you're drawn last. The format for this, let's say that there are 10 guys that haven't been seeded. They will be drawn between numbers 25 and 34. Those are going to be the only numbers that are in the hopper when we draw that first group of people. In the case of 125 pounds, there are 9 balls in there since there are 9 guys that meet that criteria. After that is done, we'll put in the remaining numbers, which in this case would be number 34 through 64, to draw them randomly into the round of 64. That way, everyone has the same chance of getting a first-round match. Hopefully that's clear. There are 2 things that we're looking for here when we go to place guys. One, if you have a teammate in the bracket, we're going to make sure that you're separated on different sides of the bracket. So you would meet in the finals if you were to both go all the way through the tournament. Secondly, we don't want anyone from the same conference to face each other in the first 2 rounds, which would be the round of 64 and the round of 32. Those are the 2 things that we're looking for here tonight. If we draw out a number and it doesn't meet that criteria, that number will be held out and we will draw until they meet the criteria. That's the basic synopsis. Every single conference chairman has the actual drawing procedure, which was sent out to everybody. So if you do have questions about that, each of the chairmen should have that information going forward. So without further ado, the format here tonight is we're going to reveal the top 24 for 125 pounds, and then we begin our live draw. And I'm going to throw that over. Chase is going to throw up the top 24 for 125 pounds, and then Scott Farrell is going to give a little bit of color on that weight class. Returning All-Americans, head-to-head results, the top guys in the bracket. Once again, all of these, everything that's drawn tonight will be posted not only on our website but also on Flow Arena. The brackets will be published tonight, so you'll be able to see all this as soon as we're done. I'll be publishing them, and you'll be able to see it.
Sweet. I believe you should be able to see that now. Those 125 brackets up there. Are you seeing that, Scott?
Yes, they are up.
Good deal. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
I did put this on a page on a web, on our website somewhere, but it's also all of the weight classes. Is that okay?
Yeah, but you're only showing 125 pounds right now.
Yeah, but
if
we want to allow them,
everything.
we want to allow them to kind of look at the other weight classes, or no?
No, let's keep it to each weight class
Okay.
for right now.
Okay, that's fine. All right, go take it away, Scott.
Top 4 seeds at 125, Byron Smith from Middle Tennessee, 17-4 on the year. Of note there, he's had a lot of non-NCAA, NCWA action, 11-2 against NCWA opponents, but 17-4 overall, which means he is 6-2 against non-NCWA action. So we love going outside the NCWA and having some success there. Byron Smith, the number 1 seed, is a junior, returning All-American, placed 5th. Last year. Dylan Carlisle, the 2 seed from Emmanuel, he's a sophomore, 6-0 against the NCWA, 10-5 overall. Returning All-American, placed 6th last year at 133. Timothy Sackow, the 3 seed from Central Florida, 16-3 overall. He is 1-1 head-to-head against Byron Smith this year. He lost in the last match, which I believe took place at the National Duels. He was a 2-time All-American, 2nd. Last year at 125, and then took 5th in 2015. Brendan Hazelton is our 4 seed, Grand Valley State, 27-3 overall. He is the Great Lakes champion, 18-1. This is another man who's gone out and done well outside of the NCWA. He's 9-2 against non-NCWA action. He is a returning All-American, took 6th at 125 last year. The other returning All-American in the bracket, Hero Deloche from Texas State. He is the 6th seed. He took 8th last year at 125. One other person we got to mention, Anthony De Cesar from Air Force Prep, one of the wins leaders in the NCWA this year. He's 30-8 on the year. Those 30 wins, one of the top marks for total wins. He's the Great Plains champ, seeded number 5.
Sorry, guys, I'm taking them. This should now, hopefully now, should be the brackets. Go ahead and verify this showing.
Yeah, there it goes. Hey, Chase.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Chase, are you able to expand it so that they can see the whole 24 without scrolling?
Doubtful. Well, yeah, I mean, if they could zoom in that far, but it's going to be tough. So, yeah, if you can read that, then great.
Depends on how big your computer screen is. Mm-hmm. Okay, Brian, are we ready to draw for the first guys?
Yeah, so in this case, Chase and I randomly drew a couple days ago where we were going to start in the draw. Out of the 9 conferences, we're going to start at a conference and go alphabetically down the list of our qualifiers. that meet the criteria for this part of the draft. In this case, the random draw actually chose Great Lakes Conference, which alphabetically is the first conference, but there is no one from that conference to draw at this portion. So we're going to move on. Our first person drawn into the bracket between seeds 25 and 33 will be Clayton Vizek from Iowa State University. We have to keep in mind that there's another Iowa State guy in the bracket.
Okay, Clayton from Iowa State, line 27.
Check it out. The other Iowa State guys at 9. 27. Put some. Are you putting them in there, Chase?
I don't have any of these guys' names, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 27 meets the criteria.
Yes. Check. Okay.
27 is Clayton Vizek, Iowa State. Okay, the next guy on the draw is going to be from the Mid-Atlantic Conference, Rhett Clemens from Clemson University. Sorry, back up. He's not top 4. We're moving on to the Mid-East. John Fedoric from Penn State Fayette. John Fedoric.
That'll be line 30, 30, line 30.
30. He meets all of our criteria. 30.
Next guy.
All right, the next guy to be drawn is going to be Jacob Seachrist from Penn State Mount Alto.
Jacob is at line 26.
You said 2-6?
26, 26, line 26.
Who is I have no idea.
Okay, that meets the criteria.
Nepper, you're going to have to get on that same Google sheet and see if you can enter them in, because I'm not getting last names, and I don't.
Do you need me to close out of it so you can do it?
Just go. No, you can get in there. Just go.
I'm on.
Go into
I'm
that
on
same
it.
Google sheet and enter in those names, or else this is going to take way longer than.
Okay, that's fine. 30 is.
Because I didn't get. Yeah, there you go. That way I can kind of switch over there too a little bit.
How do you put that line in there? That's weird.
Don't worry about it.
You can do that later.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the first guy drawn? It was
Clayton.
Clayton Vizek.
Yeah, and I got him at 27. I just didn't get his conference.
Just make sure you put. Yeah. Okay, that's the GPC. Okay, the next guy drawn is going to be Matthew Manella, Northeast Conference, Stony Brook University.
Matthew Manella, Stony Brook, line 32.
Okay, we got to check that one out. 32 is going to be on the left side of the bracket. 32 meets the criteria. Okay. That is.
I would rather Dalton if you can get names or something that way.
All right. Next one to draw is Aaron Blanchard of Grays Harbor out of Northwest. We have to watch for a teammate here.
Blanchard.
His team. So Aaron Blanchard.
Blanchard, Grays Harbor, number 29. Line 29 for Blanchard.
Okay, 29. As long as we're on the opposite side, we should be good. We're going to have to redraw that. So hold that number out. Hold that number out and redraw.
All right. Blanchard, line 33.
Hold that one out.
Blanchard, line 28.
What was that again, Jim?
28.
28, 2-8.
2-8. So hold that one out.
Well,
He's got it on the opposite side. All those are on the same side where we're falling. So
I don't know if you got any more. The only line 25, 25.
25.
That's left side.
Are they all left side, all four?
31's the last ball in the bucket.
Oh, that fits the criteria. He's number 31.
There we go. You get it out of there.
That is Aaron Blanchard.
31.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and put all those balls that you pulled out back in. Spin it out a little bit.
I got that part. Okay.
All right, the next guy to be drawn is France Adeclot out of South Florida Southeast Conference.
Adencott, line 25. Line 25.
25, left side. Said that was a left. Hey, hold on a second.
Yeah, 25 is left side. Row 27.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Okay.
And he's SC, so that it fits the criteria.
So Daniel Bell is next.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Not next.
Go ahead.
He's fifth. Okay, next one to be chosen here is Armando de Lara Guasca. Armando de Lara Guasca out of University of Texas, Southwest Conference.
He'll be on line 29. 29.
I'm sure that's going to work out, and it does.
5.
He barely fits on the line. Okay, next one to be drawn is Weston Larson, Brigham Young University.
Weston Larson, Brigham Young, line number 28. 28.
And that fits our criteria. Weston Larson. Okay. And the last one to be drawn, 125 at this part, is Jacob Gutierrez from Cal State Sacramento.
And he goes on line number 33. 33. Line number 33.
Meets our criteria. So we do not have to redraw anybody. Just so everybody knows at home, if there is a discrepancy on the last guy drawn, we will exchange him with the closest seed that we can. So in this case, if 33 had been an issue, we would have tried to switch it with 31 since 32 is basically in the same spot. If that makes sense for everybody at home. All right, now our next section, we're going to be drawing between the numbers 34 and 64 for those first round matches. Round of 64 matches. Everybody else will have a bye if they're not drawn. If they don't get someone drawn to them, they'll have a bye in the first round.
All right, so what do we?
So who are we drawing for, Brian?
Drawing for Tyler Bridge, Henry Ford College.
Tyler Bridge.
We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of Austin Kohler, number 8 seed.
Tyler Bridge is on 48. Is that the opposite? 4-8. 48.
No, we got to keep that one out.
Okay. You can go on line 35. 3-5.
35 sounds like it's right side, but yep, 35.
Yeah, it is right side.
Good. So it will be GLC, Tyler Bridge. Okay, 35. All right, next one to be drawn will be Rhett Clemens, Clemson University out of the MAC.
Rhett Clemens, line 36.
That's not coming out too random there.
This is
All right,
exactly random with the exception of 48 that wasn't in there.
36 is, I'm trying to find 36 in the bracket here. It should be top left. Where's that? 36. Bottom. All right, 36 was, let's see, Mac. That meets the criteria. Okay. 36.
Next athlete.
Next to be drawn is William Martin of UMass, Northeast Conference.
William Martin, line 56.
56.
5'6". William Martin, 5'6".
Let's see. We have to redraw that one because he can meet someone from the Northeast Conference in the second round.
5-0.
5-0. We are good there. 5-0. William Martin. Let's see. William Martin. Okay. 50. The next one to be drawn is Mark Hoyt, East Conference.
Mark Hoyt, line 42.
Say that again.
Line 42. Correct. 42.
Right side.
Hold that one out.
Let's try him on line 48.
48.
So
Left.
48 works. And you see Mark Hoyt. Okay. 48. Just so everybody knows, this may not create a balanced bracket, but it's totally random in terms of where we're going to draw them in the first round. Next guy drawn is Alex Peterson from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, also known as RPI, Northeast Conference.
Peterson on line 58. 5'8".
58 works. All right. Next guy to be drawn, that was 58. Next guy to be drawn is Daniel Bell, Florida State University, Southeast Conference. Hey, Jim, are you making sure to put the balls back in after you've removed them? The ones
Yes, sir, I am. Daniel Bell, 51. Yes, 41, excuse me. Daniel Bell,
41?
Left side.
Left side, 41. Let's see. Yes, we're good.
Is that good?
Can you see what I'm typing in?
I can't see it. No.
Is it up on the screen? Put it on the screen real quick. Yeah, it's showing what it's not showing what I'm doing live, huh?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm entering all of them in here. So next one to go, and I believe this is the last guy at 125, is Joey Caraballo, Florida Gulf Coast, Southeast Conference.
Well, you were one in the title there, Nepper.
Southeast Conference goes on line 5'3", 53.
53. I didn't change the title, so I don't know what happened there. It shows up as a national championship on mine. Weird. What number was that again, Jim?
5'3", 53.
53 is
Left side there.
I'm looking for
Row 53, actually.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and that works. So we are done with 125.
That's 133.
Okay, no big deal.
That was 53. Let me just go through and make sure I have a seed for everybody.
Hold on, sorry.
And I do. Okay, so we're done with 125.
It's not on it. It's not on it.
Of course.
Sure, what happened there.
Oh, was I on the wrong screen? That's probably what I was doing.
Okay. All right, you want to release the bracket for 133?
We already did that because I was on the wrong screen the whole time, so don't worry about it.
I was wondering why that stuff wasn't showing up.
Dude.
Is 125 showing?
I'll show it now real quick. I totally jacked that one up.
Yeah, left side's pretty heavy. Jim's pulling heavy left side.
Just kind of scroll down here slowly.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you want to be rolling with 133?
Yeah, 133 pounds. Go ahead and release that bracket.
Talking 133?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
That's a 44-man bracket, right? 25 to 34 goes into the hopper.
Yep, 44 members. So you'll need numbers 25 to 34.
Yep, he's got it in there. We're ready when you are.
Very good. 133
Scott's
bracket. Top four people you see in the top left corner of the bracket. Darius Bunch leads the field here. Sophomore from Emmanuel. He is 18-6 on the season. Defending national champion at this weight from last year. We have three returning All-Americans at this weight. Second seed, Deontay Evans from Toledo, 21-5 on the season. He was fourth last year at 133. And then Ty Boyd, who is the fourth seed. He is from Apprentice, 14-9 on the season. Returning All-American, placed seventh at 125 last year. In between them, Justice Griffith from Central Florida. He's a senior, 17-2 on the year. And what of note on this bracket, we also have some guys that have gone outside of our association. 9 seed Ashton Robinson from Liberty is a freshman, 17-13, but he is 10-8, a winning record outside of the NCWA. There are 3 other conference champions who are undefeated on the season in the bracket. Hunter Haney from Washington State, the Northwest Conference champion. 15-0 from Richland College, Maripo Gasarabaga. And I don't want to say that one again. First one, he's a Southwest Conference champion. And Jeremy Santos from Sacramento State, 6-0 on the year. He's the West Coast champ. So an interesting mix of people here. 23 wins from a freshman from Apprentice. Shalek Cologne from the Apprentice School, the 11th seed. He is 23-9 on the season. So an interesting mix of experienced wrestlers, winning wrestlers, people that have done well outside of our association, and a handful of undefeated wrestlers in the bracket. So light on All-Americans with only 3 returning All-Americans, but a good mix of competitors. So, Brian, back to you.
Just to clarify there, I believe the 2 seed is actually Justice Griffith from UCF, and the 3 seed's Evans. Of note, the number 14 seed Cologne, who you're speaking of, has a win over his teammate Boyd, which affected his seed, I believe. As we go on, we're going to start here with the GPC, the Great Plains Conference. The first one we're going to draw into the bracket is Matthew Milder of Iowa State. Again, we have to watch out. He's got a teammate in the bracket, so we got to make sure we go on the opposite side.
Matthew Milder, line number 34, 3-4 for Matthew.
Good work. Okay. That works. All right, next to be drawn is the skipping the back because they only have someone later. David Silverberg, Mideast Conference, University of Delaware.
David Silverberg on line 25, 25.
25. Just yell at me which side of the bracket it is. It'll help a little bit go a little quicker here.
Yeah, I will if I see it.
25.
Brian, you had Silverberg seated 24, did you not? I don't think he's in the draw.
Oh, he's 24.
25 is left side.
I know, but I saw Silverberg seated 24.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, he's already drawn. So that number that you drew is for Samir Sharad, UMBC. What number was that? 25?
Yeah.
Left side. That's crazy. That works. So that's Samir Sharad, UMBC.
These are company manager on the New York Stock Exchange.
Okay, the next one to be drawn is, we skipped the Northeast. We're going to the runner-up from the Northwest Conference, Nathan Swanson Dinsmore, Western Washington.
Nathan draws line 32. Line 32.
Okay, that works. Okay. Next guy to be drawn is Christian Hill from Grays Harbor College, Northwest Conference.
Going the right way. Christian Hill, line 26. Christian Hill, 26, 26.
All right. 2-6 should be the right side. That works. 2-6. All right, Christopher Smith, also of Grays Harbor College. We need to make sure he's on the left side of the bracket.
Christopher Smith, line 27, Grays Harbor. Christopher Smith, 2-7.
I believe that's going to be on the same side. We have to draw again.
All right. Line 33, line 33 for Smith.
33.
33, 3-3.
Okay, that draws to a Northwest Conference guy. You have to draw again.
Yeah.
Line 3-1.
Yeah.
Same side as before. Hold that one out.
Line 3-1, hold that one out. Line 3-0.
That one sounds like it's on the same side. Got to draw again. It looks like we're down to one last number, huh?
It's two numbers. Line 2-9, that's got to be opposite of 3-0, right?
Yeah, okay,
Line,
that works.
line,
Line 29 is Christopher Smith, Grays Harbor. All right, we're moving to, we skip the Southeast. They don't have anybody in the top four left. And we go to the runner-up from the Southwest Conference, Taylor Swanson, North Texas.
Taylor Swanson, line 28. Line 28.
Okay, that works. 28. Okay, next guy to be drawn is Kevin Evans, University of Houston Downtown, Southwest Conference.
Kevin Evans, line 33. Evans, line 33.
Okay, that works. 33. All right, next one to be drawn, Ramses Quadros, University of California, Merced, West Coast Conference.
Line 31. Line 3-1.
All right, we need to make sure here we have to draw again because he would meet the conference champion he has the ability to meet in the quarters with his own conference champion, so we need to hold him out. Is there only two numbers left?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means that 31 will be Carlos Medina, Cal State Northridge. And what's your remaining number?
We got two numbers in there. You gave the holdout 31. We've got number 30, and we've got.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and put 31 back in.
Right. That's what I thought. Okay.
We still have to draw to the. I thought there were only 2 guys left. My bad.
Okay. So who are we drawing for again?
We're still drawing for Ramsey's Quadros. Cal Merced.
No, we shouldn't have, but that's okay. Okay, Quadros, line 27. Quadros
20.
on line. Yeah, 27.
27 works.
27 works. Good. Last 2 guys for this round.
All right. Carlos Medina of Cal State Northridge.
Medina. Medina draws line 31.
That's where I had him anyways.
Line 31.
All right, so that was 27 and 31. Okay, so there should be 1 number left. Hopefully it works.
There is, and it is number 30. Number 30.
What am I missing now? All right, I'm not seeing anybody that's left in the bracket that needs a number. Hold on. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't have David Silberberg listed one, so there should have been not only 9 guys there. So whatever. Let's see, that 30. Let's see, whoever got 33 or 34 needs to go with 30.
Okay. Whoever got 34.
Myler's going to go to 30 if we can put him there. And we can. Did everybody hear? Did everybody get that?
Say it again.
Matthew Myler's moving from line 34 to 30. He shouldn't have been. We had an extra number there because of my screw up with David Silverberg. All right, so when you put the numbers back in, Jim, you're going to put 34 in with that.
Yes, I have it right here.
So go ahead and put 34 back in the hopper. All right, next draw. We start with the Great Plains. There's nobody left to draw. Okay. Mid-Atlantic. Thomas Tavener, Virginia Military.
Evner goes on line 37. Line 37. I don't know what that is.
That one works. Okay. Next guy to be drawn is Jonathan Dasso, Towson University Mid-East Conference.
Jonathan Gasso on line 59. 5.
Dasso. All right. Dasso, 59. 59.
Right side, bottom.
Anybody see 59?
Yeah, right side, bottom.
Okay, right side bottom, 59. Yeah, I got you. Yep, that works. That's Northeast Conference. No, sorry, Mid-East Conference. Jonathan Dasso. All right. Lucas Baranski, Penn State Fayette.
Lucas Borowski, line 38. Lucas Borowski, line 38. 38.
Okay, we have to redraw because that's in that same quarter.
Okay. Line 47 on the redraw. 47.
That's also a Mid-East guy.
Okay. Line 56.
56 should be on the other side. Mid-East guy in that court. There's a lot of Mid-East guys in this bracket, by the way.
That's no good.
Yeah, draw another. 56 is no good.
How about 54?
54 should work. 54 works. That is Lucas Baronski. Okay, next guy to be drawn, Jose Velarde, MIT, Northeast Conference.
Velarde of MIT, line 50, 5-0. Velarde on line 50.
All right, that works. 50. Next guy to be drawn, Laszlo Gendler, Yale University. He has a teammate in the bracket.
Laszlo Ginyer of Yale, 40, 4-0.
4-0. He's got to be opposite of 10. 10's on the right. 40 is on the left. It works. Thank you for your cooperation, Laszlo. All right. Next guy to be drawn is Kitan Salako, RPI, Northeast Conference.
And Salako draws line 63. 6-3 for Salako.
2, so that works. Next guy to be drawn is Jonathan Yap, University of Florida. He has a teammate in the bracket.
Yap on line 45. 4-5.
45. Of course, he would be drawn into the same quarter with his teammate. Hold that one out.
Line 51 on the redraw.
That works. That was SEC, Jonathan. Yeah. 51. All right, Edison Garcia also has a teammate. He needs to be on the left side.
Garcia coming up. Line 6-0 for Garcia.
What was the number?
60, 6-0, 60.
60. I have a feeling that's going to be on the wrong side, but nope, you're good.
Okay, all right.
60. Okay, next up, Aiden Velasquez, University of Georgia, Southeast Conference.
Velasquez, line 36. Velasquez, 3-6, 36.
36. A good draw for a wild card. All right, we have 2 guys left. We should have, okay, Jeremy Thompson, Mott Community College, Great Lakes Conference.
Jeremy Thompson, line 34. 34.
Okay, that works.
Our last person, line 35.
Ryan Conroy, Michigan State. 35, and that works. Nope, I apologize. That does not work. He's in the same quarter.
Okay.
We'll have that one out.
Line 56.
Line 56 is good.
Great.
Okay. Let me make sure we got everybody placed before we move on. And we do. Moving on to 141. Go ahead and release that bracket.
Brian, take a look at Slack real quick.
What am I looking at?
Slack.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't know. I can see it fine on the screen. I don't know why it's blurry to everybody. But
Yeah, but it's different, I think, from what we're seeing on Google Hangouts versus what's going on YouTube.
I'm watching it on YouTube. I'm seeing it fine on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. If you're seeing it blurry on YouTube, it might be your resolution. Try adjusting your resolution. 'Cause I'm seeing it just fine. Hey, Chase,
Yeah.
can you release, once I'm done typing in, can you release just that bracket? Can you copy it into another file and then release it as a file?
Probably not.
Okay. I mean, it kind of takes away the drama if we release all of them, you know.
I understand, but I mean, I think we still gotta. I think it's gonna be okay. We'll still have Scott talk a little bit on him,
That's
but
cool. Fine. Go ahead.
Based on what he's told us before, yes, that's it.
141. Are we on the screen with 141? There we go. All right,
Yeah,
top
let me-
seed, top.
before you do that, Scott, real quick, let me go ahead and tell everybody because everyone's kind of been wondering. If you go to ncwa.net /seeding, you'll be able to see a feed up top, and if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the current progress on what we've made with the brackets, and that way, you know, you can kind of watch both at the same time. It is a little bit late. I want to say that it said there's like a 5-minute delay or something between what we're updating, but you know, we kind of wanted there to be a little bit of suspense, but just because some people are having a hard time seeing, so you'll be able to go through and see all the top 24s. So with that being said, go ahead there, Scott.
Back to the 141 bracket, top left corner, top seed from Middle Tennessee, Carlos Garcia, senior, 13-2 on the year, returning All-American. He placed 4th at this weight 2 seasons ago in 2015. Second seed, Tyler Sigler from Liberty. He is 13-1, undefeated against NCWA opponents. Actually lost to Garcia in the MAC finals, had to medical forfeit. So as the 1 and 2 seeds, if those were to hold, be interesting to see them wrestle off in the final. That's taking a lot for granted there. Third seed, Brent Waterman from Maine, 13-2 on the year. Of note.
Hey, Scott,
Yes.
make sure you read the seeds, not my rankings.
Brian, I have the.
Brent Waterman's the number 2 seed.
Waterman, the 2 seed from Maine. There we go. Nick Anthony from Florida, 17-6 on the season. And then of note, 3-time All-American. He's looking to be the 28th, or if he's All-American again this year, it'd be the 28th 4-time All-American in the association's history. Zach Vadalari from Michigan, the Michigan Wrestling Club, 19-3 on the season. I mentioned Matt Seymour, 5th last year at this weight in 2016. Jeff Hayden from Towson, undefeated on the year, 6-0. He was 8th at this weight last year. So 4 returning All-Americans at 141. Also of note, we have a high win total from Tristan Maybe from Apprentice. He has 30 wins on the season. He's 30-11, and he is 16-6 against non-NCWA competition. So looking good. That freshman, very strong for the Builders there. And I believe that's probably the highlights from 141. So back to you, Brian.
Okay, in this case, we're going to start our draw of the Mid-Atlantic Conference. Everybody in the Mid-Atlantic is already seated, so we'll move on to the Mid-East. Our first person drawn, which will be between, let me check the numbers here, numbers 25 and 35 will be drawn. 25 to 35, Jim.
Right, they're ready to go.
The first one to be drawn will be Alex Root from Edinburgh Wrestling Club out of the Mid-East.
Alex Root, number 25 goes on line 25. Root.
5 should be on the left side, and he is good. All right, next to be drawn is Jabal Warren from Penn State Wrestling Club, Mid-East.
Warren from Penn State, line 29. Warren goes on line 29.
Okay, that works. 29. Okay, next one to be drawn. We skip over the Northeast. And we go to Keegan Mulholland from Western Washington University, Northwest Conference.
Keegan Mulholland, line 28. 28. Keegan Mulholland.
Right side. No, it should be top. 28 would be okay. This is the Northwest Conference. 28 is Keegan Mulholland. That works. 28. All right, next to be drawn, also Northwest Conference, University of Washington, Nathan Reinsdorf.
Reinsdorf, line 26. Reinsdorf, 26.
26, right side.
Right side.
Looking for it here. Reinsdorf is 26.
I got it on him.
Reinsdorf is 26. All right, we skip the Southeast Conference. They're all seated. And we go to the runner-up of the Southwest Conference, Cassidy Collins, North Texas.
Collins of North Texas, line 32. Collins, line 32.
And we need to check and make sure they're in different quarters, and they are. Southwest, the champion and the runner-up are in different quarters there. Cassidy Collins. Okay, that was 32. All right, next to be drawn, the runner-up from the West Coast Conference from UCLA, Patrick Trong.
UCLA goes on line 33. 3-3.
Oh, crazy. That works. All right. From Arizona, Philip Grajeda, West Coast Conference.
Grajeda draws line 31. Grajeda, 31.
All right, that works. 31. And Jake Chabriz, Utah State. I apologize if I butchered that. Jake
Utah
Chabriz.
State, line 27. 27, Utah State.
That works.
That leaves us with our last draw in this round for 30 on line 30, 3-0. Who's that for?
And that goes to, I should have 3 more numbers.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Somebody put 34, 35 in.
That's so too. Here's 35. Hold on. You have 3 more. What numbers do you need, Brian? 30, 34, 35?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, that's the only, we got 30 left. Put it back in, 34 and 35. That's okay.
That's correct.
Random enough. All right, well, let's do it again. Who you drawing for on this one? What was the name again?
Tommy Wynn, Grand Valley State. We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of his teammate.
Is that right? Okay. Tommy Wynn is on 35.
35. Let me check it. 35. He has to be on the other side. 21. 35.
35 is the right side there. I don't know what 21 was. Right side of my box.
Okay, that works. Okay. Next up is Matthew Reeves of Wayne State. He needs to be on opposite side of his teammate Fitzler.
Reeves, he's on line 30. 0.
He's that is 30 is 30's on the left side, I hope.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's on the right.
Okay, you got to redraw. So he's 34.
Yeah, the only one left is 34.
So both of those are on the right side. So we're gonna need to switch him with somebody. Go ahead and draw a number for him. What was the first one? 30?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to try to switch him with either 29 or 31 after the end. Okay, so my last guy is Brungart from Colorado State, and he would be 34.
Brungard on 34.
Okay, and that works. So right now we have Matthew Reeves at 30, so we need to switch him with either 29 or 31. We can't do it with 31 because he would meet a guy from the Great Plains. So we need to look at 29, which is on the opposite side. So Jabal Warren needs to be moved to 30. Where's my 30? 30 is here, and that works. And 29 ends up being Matthew Reeves. Everybody clear with what just happened?
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, and that meets our criteria and the procedure that we all agreed upon. Okay, so now we should have numbers for the remainder.
36.
We need the number
36 and up.
36 to 64.
Right.
We have 4 guys to draw here.
Okay, ready when you are.
All right, I just got a notification on something here. I got to check real quick.
Okay. Gotta get them right.
People. Okay, sorry, I had an email from Leland about a couple guys that were not listed for some reason in his file. So, okay, we're good so far. All right. So we're drawing from 36 to 64. Starting again with the MAC. There's no one to be drawn. We go to the Mideast. Brandon Jackson will be the first one drawn.
Brandon Jackson goes on line 46. 4-6 for Jackson.
Let me check that. Okay, he's in the same quarter with a Mideast, so we have to draw again.
Second draw is 45. That should be opposite.
That works.
Okay.
Mideast is Brandon Jackson of Penn State Mount Alto. Okay, 45. All right, next to be drawn is Walter Ordonez, Springfield Tech. There is another.
Ordonez, line 53. 5-3 for Ordonez.
Ordonez is 53. Looking for it here. 53. His teammate is sitting at number 8, so we have to go opposite side. Go ahead and draw again.
Ordonez, 61.
Say that again. You broke up, Jim.
61.
6-1. 61.
No. Draw again.
Draw again.
57-5-7.
Draw again. Come on, just get one on the right side.
You get there. 41. 4-1.
No, that's left side.
Draw again.
38. All these even numbers. I don't know. 38.
That's right. There we go. Bottom right.
Bottom right, 38. That is Northeast Conference. That works. Walter Ordonez. Okay, 38. Okay, and next up to be drawn, we go all the way back to the West Coast Conference. Limey Garcia, Cal State Fresno.
Garcia, line 50, 50.
50, that works. Next to be drawn is Mark Radgowski, University of California, Merced.
Merced, line 40. 40, line 40.
That works. Okay, I think we only have, I think that's everybody. Let me make sure. That's everybody for 141. Moving on to 49.
All right.
45 guys in the next bracket.
No.
141.
49. How many guys in the bracket?
There are 45 guys you need to have in this first draw. You need to have, apologize.
Yeah, I thought we had, okay, go ahead. This is 149, correct? Okay.
Sorry, find go ahead and release that bracket, 149, and Scott, go ahead and give your information.
His computer died. He's
Okay.
up. So what do we need in that bracket? How many? What numbers?
Find it. I had to check.
I've got
here you go.
I've got 25 to 34, but I'm wrong, obviously. So
No, you're right. No, you're right. 25 to 34 is the first draw.
okay.
There's 10 guys that finished top 4 or better that were drawn in the first round here.
Okay.
25 to 34 should be your last number. Yeah, I thought it was fine too. I could see it fine on you. Can you update us on the 149-pound bracket?
Everybody see me? There we are. 149 is going to be interesting. We have 6 returning All-Americans in the bracket, led by top seed Jeremiah Lutz from Emmanuel. He's a senior, 23-1 on the season. He placed 3rd at 157 last year. Excuse me. 23-1 for this season. That 958 winning percentage puts him into, currently would put him in our record book for the top, one of the top non-undefeated seasons in our history. Dylan Dwyer is the 3 seed from Grand Valley State. He's a freshman. He is 38-2. He has more wins than anybody else in the association thus far this year. That's 950 winning percentage, which again would put him in the record book. Dwyer, however, as a freshman, he's the 3 seed, has not faced anyone else in the top 25 in our rankings, which is interesting. 2nd seed, Ryan Kimmerer from Temple. He's a freshman, 17-1 on the season. He is the 2 seed and the Mid-East Conference champion. 7-1 outside the association, which is good to see. 4 seed, Brandon Robinson from Liberty, 24-6. He has a loss this season to Lutz from Emmanuel. That came at the national duels in the finals match. Robinson placed 7th at 141 last year. A lot of high win totals in this bracket. All of the top, 9 of the top 10 seeds all have at least 13 wins on the season, which is unusual. Conference champions are Lutz from Emmanuel from the Southeast, Temple Kimmerer, I mentioned, from Mideast. Great Lakes champion is Dwyer. 1st place from the MAC Conference, Brandon Robinson of Liberty. Southwest Conference champ and perhaps a dark horse in the bracket, a senior from the University of Texas. The 5th seed, Antonio Martinez. He is a returning All-American, took 5th at this weight last year. Seeded 6th is Dan Ritz from the Penn State Wrestling Club. The Nittany Lions Wrestling Club doing really well this year. Dan Ritz, the 6th seed, placed 2nd in the Mideast, but he placed 7th, a returning All-American at 149 here last year. The West Coast champ is Tyler Weiss from BYU. So good to see the Cougars. They're doing good things out on the West Coast. 20-3 on the year for Tyler Weiss. He is placed 7th at 133, so he's up 2 weights from last year. Well, he took 7th, 133, and another returning All-American, Ike Podell from Liberty, one of those experienced seniors there for Liberty. 8-2, limited action for him this year, but he placed 5th at 141 2 seasons ago in 2015. The other 2 conference champions from Grays Harbor, Bryce Cerna, a sophomore, he is 10-7 on the year, and our Great Plains champion, 19-12, Devin Rupp from Wayne State. And Rupp extended action in last year's Nationals as well. So Lutz, number 1, Kimmerer seeded 2nd, and Dwyer, number 3. That should be a pretty good battle there among the top 4 seeds. Brian, back to you.
Just to clarify on Dwyer, the reason you weren't seeing any competition is because I only listed head-to-heads for 149. He wrestled most of the year at 157, knocking off many of the top guys there. So he actually has a win over one of the top-rated guys at 157. So it's definitely a tough weight class. The top 3 guys really stand out there. So, all right, this weight class, we're going to start with the Mideast Conference in the draw. So our first guy drawn is going to be Taylor Nelson, Penn State Wrestling Club. We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of his teammate Daniel Ritz.
Taylor Nelson, line 33. Nelson, 33.
33 sounds like it's on the opposite side of 6. Okay, so 33 is Taylor Nelson. The rough draw. Mideast, Taylor Nelson. Okay, that works. Next guy drawn is Pedro Tavares, Penn State Fayette.
Tavares of Fayette, line 30. Line 30, line 30.
Yeah, on the right. That works. 30. Is the runner-up from the Northeast Conference, University of Maine, John Clark. We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of Everett, who is the Northeast Conference champion.
John Clark, line 26. 26.
All right. Help me find 13 should be on the left. So 26, hopefully he's on the right. You said 26?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that works. Nice. All right, that works. 26 is John Clark. All right, next to be drawn, James Manicus, Northeastern University, Northeast Conference.
Manicus goes on line 27. 27, Manicus.
The opposite of 26 there. Okay, that works. 27. All right. Next guy to be drawn, Springfield Tech, Northeast Conference, Ray Dishmay.
Dishman, line 34. 3-4.
That works. Okay, next guy to be drawn. Out of the Northwest Conference, Washington State University. We need to make sure he's opposite of number 23, Jordan Helgeson, from his team.
Tommy Hurd, line 29. Hurd, line 29.
9 for hers. Let's see, 29 is right
Left
here.
side.
Hers is on, where's 23? Anybody see 23? Okay, that works. Nice. Tommy hers is 29. All right, next to be drawn, fourth place out of the Southeast Conference, Matthew Wasson, Florida Gulf Coast.
Wasson, line 32. Wasson, 3-2.
We need to draw again. He's in the same quarter with the guy from SEC.
Line 25.
25 should work. Yep. 25 it is. All right, next guy to be drawn, third place out of the West Coast Conference, Alex Copel from Arizona.
Copel of Arizona draws line 28.
28 should be over here. 29. Okay, that works. All right, next to be drawn, also from West Coast, Drew Linton, Utah State. Drew Linton.
Linton of Utah State, line 38. Line 38. 38.
All right, that works. All right, next to be drawn, out of the Great Lakes Conference, Todd Noblin, Mott Community College.
Todd Nolan, line 32. 3-2.
And that works. Line 32. I don't have any. Is that it?
I've got one in here that's line 31, but that's okay. It'll go next.
No, we can't go to the next one. I'm trying to figure out where we messed up here. Hold on. I placed everybody, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What numbers did you have in there?
Wait a minute. You know what? I don't know why that was in there, but it looks like 38 should not have been in there.
That's correct. 38 should not have been in there.
So replace this 38 with 31. Will that work? 31.
Yep. Hey, let me check it. Drew Linton would be 31 instead of 38. Hey, who's checking those balls over there?
Well, Dalton is gone now. That doesn't mean it'll be any better, though, with me doing it.
31. Okay, I got to check and see if that works. 31 still works. He went from potentially facing the 3 seed to potentially facing the 2 seed. So, sorry, Drew. All right, so that works. 31. All right, next part of the draw, we should have numbers. Let me check here. 35 to 64. $35 to 64 in the draw.
Okay.
Hey, we've lost about 5 people online. Maybe we're too boring. I don't know what's going on.
I'm sure we're too boring, but they probably already
Well, we did all
on them, so they're out of here.
Well, we also released the entire bracket for top 24, so people that were only looking for that are gone probably. So, All right, 149 pounds, starting again with the Mid-East Conference. First guy to be drawn here is Kareem Fuller, Edinburgh Wrestling Club.
Fuller from Edinburgh, line 58, 5'8".
Looking for it, 58, it works. By the way, update on an alumni from NCWA. Apparently, Ryan Deal, our former two-time national champion, just beat the guy from Iowa, and apparently Penn Gulabon from Penn State is in the Conci semis at Big Ten, by the way. That's good news. Pretty cool. All right, Kareem was 58. All right, moving on to Austin Kirby, Springfield Tech. He's got to be opposite of his teammate.
Kirby of Springfield Tech, line 53.
53. Okay, and his teammate is at 34. Looking for 34 here.
Top right.
It's right side?
Yeah, top right here.
All right. Okay, so you had 53?
Yep, 53. It's good.
Make sure here, NEC, yes, that is good. 53. All right, next up is Matt Maubey, RPI, Northeast Conference.
Mulby, line 35, 3-5 for Mulby.
35. That works. All right. Next up is Jesse Smith, Northwest Conference, University of Montana Western.
Smith of Montana Western, line 60, 60 for Smith.
60.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Thank you. That works. 60. Next up is Josue Martinez, Western Washington University, Northwest Conference. Josue.
Martinez, Western Washington, 37.
Bottom left again.
Yeah, we got to draw again on that one.
Line 56, 5-6.
Top. Yeah, there you go.
Got to draw again. He's meeting up with the Northwest guy in quarters.
Line 47, 4-7.
40. Should work. Thank you. That was Josue Martinez, 47. All right, next to be drawn is Wyatt Bohm, Georgia Southern University, Southeast Conference.
Bohm, Georgia Southern, 41, 4-1.
Okay, that works. All right, next to be drawn is Sean Wan, Southern Cal.
Juan of Southern Cal, 51.
Is here, West Coast. That works. Okay, next up is Cheyenne Payamapur, San Jose State. Cheyenne Payamapur.
Cheyenne will pick
West
up
Coast
line number 56. Line number 56.
To be bottom. Okay. $56. All right, next to be drawn is Jeremy Nelson, Henry Ford College, Great Lakes Conference.
Nelson of Henry Ford, 40. Line 40.
4-0. Have to draw again. Same conference in there.
Second draw, line 57, 5-7.
I'm not seeing it. 57. 57. Redraw. It's right here.
Line 64.
Line
64.
Should not work. Keep drawing.
Line 61.
61 sounds like it's going to work. 61 works. GLC, Jeremy Nelson. 61. All right, next up is Jesse Britton, Ferris State University, Great Lakes Conference.
Jesse Britton, line 36. Line 36.
Got to redraw.
Jesse Britton, line 42. 42.
42. 42. That should work. And it does. 42. All right, the next one to be drawn, Jeremy Mosley, Apprentice School. We need to make sure he's opposite side of Ty Watkins at the 19th seed.
Mosley of Apprentice, 59. Line 59. Mosley.
59 needs to be left side. It's not. Go ahead and draw again. I believe right here.
37. 37.
You get a left bottom.
All right, that works. Jeremy Mosley, number 37. And that concludes the draw for 149 pounds. Moving on to 157 pounds.
Scott.
157, another weight that is kind of light on returning All-Americans, but certainly not on quality. Top seed, Great Plains champion Parker Symington, 28-4 on the season. He's from Air Force Prep. And I believe we're going to see him on the Falcons varsity very soon. Might he see him in the postseason other than that other association next year? He's the top seed, 28-4. 2 seed, Jay Shepard from Emmanuel is a sophomore, 18-11 on the year. 7-11. He's wrestled extensively outside the association. He's a returning All-American, placed 4th at 149 last year. The most experienced in the weight class perhaps is the 4 seed, Joe Staley. He's from James Madison, 2-time All-American, placed 6th here at 157 last year and took 7th at 149 2 seasons ago. The 5 seed from Penn State, Fayette. Good to see them back at Nationals. Ethan Kennedy is the 5 seed. He's 18-3 on the year, but undefeated against NCWA competition. Andrew Burgett from Liberty, a freshman. High win count there with 18-12 on the season. He is the 8th seed. 2 undefeated wrestlers. First place from the West Coast Conference is Yosef Arif from UCLA. I like seeing Bruins at the Nationals just because their singlets are so good, that powder blue singlet. 6th seed is Yosef Arif from UCLA, 15-0 on the season. And Joseph Rios from Texas Tech, Southwest Conference champion. He's 9-0 on the season. And we have the Red Raiders back with us in the Southwest Conference this year. So good to see Joseph Rios leading the way. He is the 11th seed. Those are the conference champions. The other returning All-American, Middle Tennessee, the 10 seed, Michael King. He is 17-7 on the season. Only real matchup we've had so far between the top 5 seeds is Staley, the 4 seed from JMU. He lost earlier in the year to Cole Berg from Akron. 20-5 on the year. The freshman from Akron, he's the 3 seed. Actually, I don't think I mentioned him earlier. He is the Great Lakes champ, Cole Berg from Akron. So top 3 seeds are freshmen and sophomores, and only 3 returning All-Americans. So this weight class, Brian, would seem to be pretty wide open.
All right. All right, we're starting with the Northeast Conference in the draw this time, and our first guy drawn is going to be Christopher Frazier, runner-up from University of Maine. By the way, we should have numbers 5 to 33 in the
Right.
hopper.
That's it. Where Frazier is 28.
25 to 33, Jim.
I got him in, buddy. 28.
8 is Christopher Frazier. Check it out. 28 is right here. That works. Okay, moving on to the next guy, we have Matthew Frank from Springfield Tech, Northeast Conference.
Matthew Frank, number 32. Frank, 32.
That works. 32. All right, we skip over the Northwest in this case, and we move on to the Southeast Conference. Marcus Messina, Florida Gulf Coast.
Messina draws line 29. Line 29 from Messina.
Looking for it here. 29 should be right here. That works. That's SEC. Yes, still works. 29. Okay, we skip the Southwest. They're already all seated, and we go to the runner-up in the West Coast Conference, Jacob Prophet, Brigham Young University.
The Prophet from Brigham Young, number 33.
33.
Prophet, number 33.
Okay, that works. Okay, third place finisher from West Coast, from Dixie State, David Kohler.
Coulter, line 27. 27 for Coulter.
Okay, we got a redraw there.
That ought to work. Line 26.
26.
26, correct.
Work, should work. It does. David Kohler, 26. Next up is Andre Piedra, University of Arizona, West Coast.
Piedra is line 30. 30.
30. Help me out here. Help me out.
Sorry.
30. Bottom right. No? There it is. All right, that works. All right, moving to the Great Lakes Conference, we have Ben Huff, University of Toledo.
Bencroft, line 27 from Toledo. 27.
All right, Huff, Toledo, 27, you said?
Yes, 27.
That works. All right, moving on to the Great Plains Conference. From Colorado State, Colin Saez. We need to make sure that he's opposite of his teammate.
We only got one spot left, which is 25.
There should be 2.
25 left.
That's
25?
There's 25, but we're gonna. I got no idea. Well,
That is
does he go on 25?
Yeah,
Okay.
it works.
Then your remaining is 24. See if that works. The remaining ball.
Well, 24 should already be on there.
Oh man. Not in that.
We are missing the number. $33. We're missing 31.
Missing.
31.
Interesting.
31 never got drawn.
Okay.
It's 31. Let me make sure it works. It should. Yeah, it does. All right. Samuel Fayed from Missouri University of Science and Technology. It's 31. Where'd number 31 go off
I
to?
don't know. I still don't even see the ball unless it ended up.
Well, 31 was randomly missing, so it's still random.
That's exactly right. Dalton probably took it home.
Great.
No, it had to be around somewhere. I am not finding it at the moment, though. Ah, got it. There we go. 31.
Okay, we start back. Next part of the draw. We've got 14 guys to draw.
24. Oh, okay.
This is a 47-man bracket, so we have 14 guys remaining to draw here. I want to say this is the largest bracket in the tournament, 157 pounds. All right, Northeast Conference. Mikolaj Sushi from Yale. So you should have numbers 34 to 64.
Yep. Number 35 from Yale.
35. Anybody see 35? Okay, that works. All right, moving on to Andre Smiley, Grays Harbor. We need to make sure he's opposite of the 15 seed Josh Pine, which is on the left side. Right here.
64.
Nope. Got to draw again. Oh, hold on. No, you were right. 64. 15's on the right side. My bad. We can do
Okay.
that.
We're good.
64 is good.
64.
You're the number 1 seed. Okay. Next up is Joe Wirtz, Central Washington. He needs to be opposite of Matt Euste, the 13 seed. Teammates.
Works. 50. 50. 50. Works.
Looking for 50. Where anybody see 13? Yep, that works. No, he got drawn in against the Northwest Conference guys. So he got to draw again.
$47. Line 47.
Same quarter. Draw again. Go ahead, draw again. Same quarter.
Line 62. 62.
62. That works.
Line 62. Okay.
62 is Joe Wirtz. Let me make sure he. Oh, hold on. Yeah, he's opposite side. Good. Joe Wirtz.
Works. Okay.
62. Okay, next one up to be drawn. We go all the way down to the West Coast Conference again. Marcus Marquez.
Marquez out of the West Coast Conference. Line 61. Marquez, line 61.
That is Fresno State.
Ah, okay.
This Marcus Marquez. All right, that works. Moving on to the next one, we have Gage Purdy, Cal State Northridge.
Purdy, line 54. Line 54 for Purdy.
That works. All right, Moving on to the next, we go back to the Great Lakes Conference. John Iacano, Akron.
Iacano from Akron is on line 5757.
Okay. That works. Austin Strom, Great Lakes.
Austin will draw line 6363.
You guys there? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, line 63.
63, Great Lakes. That works. All right, we skip Great Plains. We go to Mid-Atlantic. Joey Driscoll, Apprentice School. He needs to be opposite side of the number 9 seed, Bryson Woody.
Driscoll goes on line 49. Driscoll to 49.
I have a feeling it's going to be on the wrong side. Yeah, let's go ahead and draw again.
Four zero Driscoll on line 40.
Go again?
Yeah, it was against both of our criteria.
53 Driscoll, line 53.
Oh, man. 53.
Bottom left.
Nope, go ahead, draw again.
$52, that should work.
Bottom left again.
Line 52.
But
No?
you're marking them up. I noticed you're marking them. That's helpful.
If I see
Draw
it.
again.
Yeah.
5656.
I'll see it.
Anybody?
You draw another one?
Oh, there you go.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Did
5-6. Did you get that one?
56?
Yeah.
That should be good, isn't it? Nope. He actually drew against his teammate in that one.
Well, this is the longest draw so far. 38.
Yep.
38.
38. It's always the teammates that get us. 35, 36, 38 should be.
What is that?
I'm looking for it.
Here we go. Bottom right. Man,
All right. That works.
that was frustrating.
38. All right. Go ahead and put those other balls back in, and we're done for Clemson University.
Clemson goes on line 46. 46.
All right, that works. All right, next up is Austin Jackson, Northern Kentucky University, Mid-Atlantic Conference.
Jackson of Northern Kentucky on line 40. 40.
Go ahead and draw again. He meets the conference opponent in round 32.
Line 43.
Line 43.
Bottom right.
Gotcha. That works. Austin Jackson. 43. All right, moving on to Jake Stetson of Mid-East Conference, University of Delaware.
And Stetson draws line 58. Line 50.
5'8".
5'8".
Okay, that is MEC. All right, that works. Next guy is Grant Shugart, Penn State Mount Alto. Mid-East Conference.
Shoe guard from Mount Alto, 48. Line 48.
48. Where you at, 48? Right here. Go ahead and draw again. Same conference.
Line 49.
49 should work.
Yeah.
Nope. that's against us. Nope, never mind. Go ahead and draw again.
How about 59 for line?
9. Come on,
59.
59. Help me out, Chase. I
I'm
can't see
looking,
it.
man. It actually doesn't exist. It's not even
It's not on there.
No.
It's not on the bracket.
bottom, very bottom right.
Like I say, there's not many spots left. Okay, that's Mid-East, so that works. Mid-East is Grant Shugart. Okay, 59. Next is Edgar Cruz, Towson University.
Cruz of Towson, line 37. 37.
Bottom left.
Doesn't work. Man, the right side of this bracket is really heavy.
Line 60. 60. 6.
Doesn't work. He faces his own conference. You drew the two numbers are the quarters that were left. You drew
41. 41.
Nope, doesn't work. A lot of middies. There's eight Mid-East Conference guys in this bracket. That's
Yeah.
killing us.
36.
36. That's about the only spot he could go. Edgar Cruz. Okay, 36 it is. That's a good draw. Nick Helfer is the next guy. Edinburgh Wrestling Club. Nick Helfer.
Line 53.
Did you put those other balls back in?
Yeah, no. Close enough.
Okay.
Still random.
Well, he wouldn't be able to go in those other ones anyways because he's still Mid-East.
Did he get 53?
53.
Bottom
53,
left.
bottom left. Yeah, that works. Sweet. First try on that one. It's because you had all those other ones out that wouldn't have worked. Okay, I want to say that's it. Oh, that's pretty good. We're done at 157.
Nice.
Moving to 165, we were missing a guy on the list, so we need to add him. I have added him here, so it won't be a big deal.
Well, is
But
it
instead of a 42,
25 to 32 or 25 to 33?
well, it's a 43-man bracket, so we're gonna be going 25 to 33 here since he finished 4th in his conference, the one that was on the list.
Okay, so 25 to 33.
25 to 33, and then you'll start at 34 after that. Scott, go ahead and take it away. I'm gonna go grab a power cord for my iPad real quick.
Very good. Welcome to 165, the tipping point of the weight class bridge here. So 165 as a top seed will be Trace Tomey from the University of Florida, a senior, 20-7 on the year, two-time All-American. He was the national champion at 157 last year. He placed 6th at 149 2 years ago. So first time for him to be at nationals at this weight class. He's 11-0 against NCWA competition. He was the Southeast Conference champion. So Trace Tomey from Florida, the top seed. Second seed, Taylor Workman, a junior from Toledo. Again, a high win count with 30 wins on the season. He is 30-4, the Great Lakes champion. He is a returning All-American, placed 4th at this bracket last year. 3 seed, John Prentice from Penn State Dubois. What do you say there, Jim? Du Bois, pardon me. He's the Mid-East Conference champion, undefeated against NCWA competition. He's a returning All-American. He placed 5th at this weight class last year. That's John Prentice. The 4 seed, Patrick Scarborough from Liberty. The Flames, look out for the Liberty at 165. They have 2 wrestlers seeded among the top 6. Scarborough is the 4 seed, 17-6. He is the Mid-Atlantic Conference champion. And 6th seed is Richard Cerebre from Liberty. He's a freshman, 9-5 on the year. He took on John Austin Jones from Emmanuel. We'll get him in a minute. I lost to him at the National Duels final. 5 seed John J.A. Johns from Emmanuel. He's a junior, 11-5 on the season. Has a couple of wins against the top 10 ranked wrestlers there. But again, Florida in the top seed, but 2 from Liberty, seeded among the top 6. The other conference champions, Tristan Almater, he's the 7 seed from Alfred State, a freshman. He's the Northeast Conference champion. First from the Great Plains is Jacoby Ward, Air Force Prep. So even though he's seeded 9, Air Force Prep. So look out there from the Falcons. The West Coast champ from BYU, a freshman, Bailey Carlson. He is the 10 seed. The champ from the Northwest Conference from Grays Harbor, James Jones, and the Southwest Conference champ, Noah Villamoret from Texas State. He's a junior. One other head-to-head mention of note, Adam Kerr from Ferris State, not among the top 10 seeds, but he does have a win over Taylor Workman this year. One of those 4 losses to Workman comes to Kerr from Ferris State. So 3 returning All-Americans. One other thing, 8 seed Chad Simmons from Apprentice. What's caught my attention here, he gets around. He's wrestled 7 matches already against the top 18 ranked wrestlers. He's 5-2 against the top 20. So there's the 8 seed at Apprentice, maybe a dark horse there in the bracket. So 165. 2 other things of note. The Great Lakes Conference, all of their top 4 placers are seated among the top 20. Mid-East Conference, they also have seeded their top 4 placers from the conference tournament. And that'll do it for 165. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, good synopsis there. We had a lot of head-to-head at 165, so it was very hard seeding this, I'm sure, for all the chairmen. There was a lot of A, B, B, C going on here. So starting off this weight, we got 9 guys being drawn. The first draw, numbers 25 through 33. All right, we're going to start with the Northwest Conference. First guy being drawn is Braden Klimp, Grays Harbor. We need to make sure he's opposite of his teammate James Jones, the 13 seed.
Braden draws line 27. Line 27.
And I believe that works. Yes, it does. Thank you, Braden, for cooperating. So 27, Northwest Conference. All right, next guy up is Edward Vergara, University of North Georgia, out of the Southeast Conference.
Vergara of North Georgia, line 25, 25.
All right, that works. All right, next up is the runner-up out of the Southwest Conference. It's Landon Darlington, Texas A&M.
Darlington, Texas A&M, line 31. Line 31.
That works. $31. All right, next up is out of the West Coast Conference, Utah State, Thomas Thacker.
Thacker, line 26. Thacker, line 26.
I'm looking for it. 26. Not seeing it here. Hold on.
It's going to work. I have faith.
Here we go, right side.
Gotcha. We both found it at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. That looks like it works. Okay. 26. Next up, the 4th place finisher, Champ Durabont. Let me make sure I know where he's from. From Southern Cal.
Durban, Southern Cal, line 32.
32. That works. Okay, we skip over the Great Lakes and we move to the Great Plains. Jake Swoyer, Iowa State Wrestling Club.
Smoyer of Iowa State, line 30. Smoyer, line 30, Iowa State.
That works. 30. Next up, finishing fourth in the Great Plains, Winona State, Devin Patton.
Devin Patton, line 28. 28.
That works. 28. All right, we skip over the Mid-Atlantic, the Mid-East, and we go to the Northeast Conference. Connor Winchenbach, Husson University. Northeast Conference. Winchenbach.
Line 33.
Should work. Okay, next up is Stephen Illicit, Farmingdale State, also Northeast.
Only leaves line 29.
29. Here. That works. Okay, 29. We move now. I think that should be everybody, right?
Yes, it is.
Hey, we finally got the balls figured out. Yeah.
Hey, Dalton left.
All right, we start again with the Northwest Conference. We should have numbers 34 through 64 in the
That is
hopper.
correct.
All right, Northwest Conference. Nobody left to draw. We move to the Southeast Conference and Rob Maddox, University of Georgia.
Mr. Maddox goes on line 47. 47.
47. That works. 47. Next up, we have from the Southwest Conference, Dustin Basham, Richland College.
Dustin will go on to line 38. The Thunder Ducks of Richland College. 38.
That works. Okay. We move to the Great Lakes Conference and Tristan Briggs, Ferris State. We need to make sure he's opposite of number 14, his teammate, Adam Kerr.
Briggs, line 58. 5'8", Briggs.
So he needs to be on the left side. 58. No, go ahead and pick again.
Number 45. 4-5.
He drew his own conference. Go ahead and pick again. It's always these teammate ones that get us in trouble.
53. 5'3".
53. Sounds like it will work.
Bottom left.
Where's 53?
Bottom
You
left.
see it, Jake?
Yeah, bottom left there. Row 53.
Got it. All right, that works. Great Lakes Conference is Tristan Briggs. That was 53. All right, next up is Kyle Benkarski, Grand Valley State.
Benkarski, 37. Line 37.
37, 37.
37.
Bottom left again.
37.
Bottom left again. Okay, that works. 37. Okay, Great Plains is all drawn. We go to the Mid-Atlantic. We have Enzo Irizarry, James Madison.
Irizarry, line 34. Line 3-4.
Top right.
Yep, top right, yeah. He wins the award for the coolest name. 34. Okay, next up is Roger Causey, Virginia Military Wrestling Club.
Causey, line 46. Causey, line 46.
Okay, that works. We move on to Zach Hanna, University of South Carolina.
Hannah of South Carolina, line 45.
45 right here. Works. All right, next up is Jared Adam, Mideast Conference, Penn State Mount Alto.
Adam of Mount Alto, 54.
Say that again.
54.
54.
5'4". Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit there. All right, that works. Jared Adam, 54. All right, we move on to Keith Brown, University of Connecticut, Northeast Conference.
Brown of UConn, 40.
That works. Next up is University of New Hampshire, Nathaniel Lindsay.
Mr. Lindsay, line 41. Lindsay.
That actually works.
I'm home.
Jim's on fire. I think that's it. Let me make sure everybody's drawn. That's all she wrote at 165. Moving on to 174. Take her away, guys. Jim, you're going to want to 25 through 34 in the hopper.
Yes, I got them.
All right, we move ahead to 174. Thanks for staying with us, those of you who are still with us. Top 4 of the top 6 seeds returning All-Americans. We have last year's runner-up, Josh Ferenzi from Liberty. He is the top seed, 27-5, so high win count there. He is the Mid-Atlantic champion, undefeated against NCWA competition at 8-0, but that's a 19-5 record outside the association. That's top quality there. Josh Ferenzi is the top seed. Second seed, Clay Coxis from Penn State Mont Alto, 25-0. He gets among the undefeated wrestlers. He has the highest win count, 25-0, which actually puts his career record heading into the national tournament. He is among our top 20 wrestlers in career win percentage right now from Penn State Mont Alto. He is the Mid-East Conference champion. He has wins over the 6th seed, over the 9th seed Connor Krimmer from Alfred State. And Cox is a 2-time All-American, placed 3rd at this weight class last year and was the national runner-up 2 years ago in 2015. So a great battle expected if the seeds hold between the top 2 seeds there, Ferenzi and Coxis. 3rd seed, Shane Brown from Akron. The Zips on the board here at Nationals. 20-1 on the season for Brown. He's a returning All-American. He placed 8th at 174 last year. 4 seed, George Andrews from Connecticut. 16-3. He placed 1st in the Northeast Conference. He's a returning All-American, placed 7th at this weight last year. The other returning All-American is the 6th seed, Bailey Bisher from Grand Valley State, actually a 2-time All-American, is Bisher 3rd here at 174 last year and then took 6th down 2 classes at 157 2 years ago. So a very top-heavy class between experienced wrestlers, a lot of returning All-Americans. Trace Corello from Air Force Prep. Of course, he's a freshman, 1st place in the Great Plains, 31-10, so another 30-win wrestler from Air Force Prep. He's the 5 seed. So look out for him. We have a very top-heavy class here, Brian, at 174. Jared Smiley, Central Florida. He is the 7 seed, the Southeast Conference champ. Has 3 wins against the top 10 already. He is 16-6 on the season. Other conference champions from Montana Tech. First time I think we've seen Montana Tech at Nationals, Elijah Dittenbear. He is the 8th seed, a freshman, Montana Tech. He's the Northwest Conference champion. And Gabriel Uriola from UCLA, 9-3 on the season. Just moved into the rankings. He is the West Coast Conference champ. And then Texas State has the Southwest Conference champion. He is Paul Garcia, 3-3, so a limited season for the freshman from Texas State. But he gets to nationals at the Southwest Conference champion. So, Brian, my analysis, just looking at all this, a very well, it's up for grabs between the top 6 or 7, maybe 8 seeds deep. A lot of experience and a lot of guys doing good business outside the association this year.
All right, guys. So we're 174. We're going to start the draw with the SEC. Our first person drawn is going to be. Well, there's no one left to draw in the SEC. I apologize. We're moving on to the Southwest Conference. The runner-up, Hugo Martinez from Richland College. We need to make sure he's in a different quarter than the number 16 seed.
Martinez, number 27. Martinez, 2-7.
Okay, Martinez is Hugo Martinez. All right, that works. Actually, the opposite sides. Next up is Darian DeBlato, University of North Texas, Southwest Conference.
DeBlato, North Texas, number 31, line 3-1.
All right, that works. We're moving on to the West Coast. The runner-up, Cal State Sacramento, Manuel Rivera. We need to try to make sure he's a different quarter than number 13 seed.
Mr. Rivera, number 26. Rivera, 26.
All right, that works. Third place finisher on the West Coast, Fresno State, Armando Manzo.
Monzo, number 28, line 28 for Monzo.
28 should be. That works. All right, next guy from the West Coast, finishing fourth, UC Santa Barbara, Wesley Peary.
Peary, line 32, 3-2.
You see Santa Barbara.
Okay, moving on to the Great Lakes Conference. We have Sean Kalisiak, Ferris State.
Kalisiak, number 33, line 3-3.
Okay.
2 wins away from the top seed. No, he'd face the top seed in the second round.
Possibly. All right, moving on to the Great Plains Conference. Tyler Kutz, third place finisher from Iowa State Wrestling Club. We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of the 10 seed, Kostas Hatzipavlidis.
Kutz, line 25, 2-5.
25. We need to be, I want to say we need to be on the left side here.
He's left middle.
Because 10's on the other side, right? There's 10. Left middle, works.
Yeah, they're opposites.
Tyler Kutz, we're good. 25. Next guy up, out of the Mid-Atlantic Conference, third place finisher from James Madison, Connor Rand. Connor Rand,
line 34, 3-4.
That works. Next up is Jeffrey Driscoll, the Apprentice School, fourth place finisher out of the MAC.
Driscoll, line 29. Driscoll, 29.
And one thing I failed to mention, Brian, in the Mid-East Conference, all 6 of their qualifiers seeded among the top 24. Mid-East, I think that's the only time in the tournament that an entire conference's representation has been seeded this deep to 6 anyway.
Yeah, it's a tough weight class. Of course, Clay Kosis at the top is undefeated, so it's basically his conference there.
We mentioned that.
All right, next up out of the Mid-East is done. Northeast, we can't draw
Northwest.
yet. Northwest, Jason Nicholson, Washington State, third place finisher.
Nicholson, line 30, 3-0.
Okay, 30. I want to say that's the last one to be drawn.
It is.
Okay, we're moving on. Next part of our draw is numbers 35 through 64. We have 10 guys to draw here as well. These are guys that finished 5th, 6th, 7th, or wild cards. Just let me know when you're ready. We're starting again with the Southeast Conference.
You can do some names. I'll get to it.
Brian, I think you want to start with the
All right.
Southwest, didn't you? You started the Southwest this time.
Southeast is starting in this one.
Okay.
I started with the Southwest last time because there was no one to. I don't think there was anybody to draw from the Southeast. All the top 4 had all been seeded. All right, back to the Southeast here. 5th place finisher, University of Central Florida, Tariq Mokhtar, Southeast Conference.
Mokhtar, 5-1, 51. Mokhtar, 51.
We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of number 7. Okay, you got to draw again. His teammates right here.
That's right.
39, 3-9.
It's right there, right next to us.
Draw.
59, 5-9.
On the left side.
Bottom right.
Oh, draw again. Always the teammates. Always the teammate.
48, 4-8.
There we go. Top left.
That was Mokhtar.
Yeah. 48. Okay, next up is Eugene Kinchin. We need to make sure he's opposite of number 23.
Kinchin,
Teammate.
number 40.
40's here. Where's 23? Right there. We're good.
23, 40. Opposites, yep.
Okay, now we go back to the Great Lakes Conference. 5th place finisher from Ferris State, Jason Champion. He needs to be opposite of 33, which should be
Champion, number 46, 4-6.
needs to be on the right side, and that works.
Yes.
I'm starting to remember where the places are here. All right, we go to the Mid-Atlantic, 5th place finisher from Virginia Military, Joshua Stacy.
Stacy, line 6-0, 6-0.
Say again.
6-0 for Stacy.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to Gil Owens, the Apprentice School. We need to make sure he's opposite of number 29.
Owens, number 38. Owens, 3-8.
38's right side,
Where's 29?
left side. 29's opposite the 4 seed, and 38 is opposite 6 seed.
I just want to verify where 29 is. I'm not seeing 29.
29. There you go.
Look where the 4 seed is. It's right next to it.
I got it. Got it. Okay, so that he was number, what was his number again that we just drew? 38.
38.
38. 3-8.
All right, next up is from the Northeast Conference, Mackie Rivas, University of Connecticut. He needs to be opposite of the number 4 seed.
Rivas, line 51, 5-1.
Say again?
5-1, 51.
He's in the same quarter with a conference redraw.
36, 3-6.
And we're avoiding 36 and 4 right next to each other.
Okay. Redraw.
55. 5-5.
That's opposite.
Awesome. 55. Okay, we're at Jonathan Kerrigan, New Hampshire.
Terrigan, 56.
Draw again. He drew northeast.
Terrigan, 41.
Same quarter. Go ahead and draw again. There's 7 guys from this
Kerrigan,
conference.
42.
42.
Opposite.
You still have a northeast in, though.
No.
Draw again.
Terrigan, 52.
That's going to work. I can tell. Yep. Okay, next one up. From MIT, Frank Stosi. Stosi or Stosi, I apologize for butchering your name.
Saucy, 61. 6-1.
I feel like we already drew that. Go ahead and draw another one.
We didn't draw that.
No, we didn't.
Drew it in the last guy and it didn't work.
Oh. From the same conference?
Yeah,
Okay. 64.
that should work. Got the first seed there. 64. All right. Northwest Conference, Darian Walters.
Walters, number 35. Line 35 for Walters.
And, of course, he drew one of the other two conference guys.
Right, Northwest.
Line 43. 43.
Should be down.
Nope, same quadrant.
No, we're good.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That goes far deep enough. 43.
43 is good.
Yep. Okay, Osvaldo Gonzalez, Grays Harbor. We need to make sure he's opposite of number 43, what we just chose.
Gonzalez, 47.
47. We need to be left side.
Right.
Nope. Go ahead, choose another.
41.
There you go.
41?
Yep.
41 works. Okay, I want to say that's everybody. Let me check. All right, we're moving on to 184. Jim, for 184, you're going to want to have 25 through 33. There's actually a guy that wasn't listed on here.
Okay.
So 25 through 30.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, 25 through 32. We're good. Still there.
25 to 32 is still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy that was added was 6th place, so he gets drawn later. All right, go ahead, Scott.
184, we are somewhat light on returning All-Americans, but headlined by Cody Cheney of Emmanuel. He's a senior, 20-1 on the year. He is the Southeast Conference champion. Cheney was the defending national champion, there we go, at this weight from last year. Second seed is George Van Valen from Alfred State, a junior. Again, high wins count, 35-6. He's done a lot of wrestling, 41 matches this year. 13-0 against NCWA competition, so that is 22-6 outside the association. Outstanding. He was 4th at 174 last year. And then the other returning All-American, River Robertson of Maine, the 3 seed, 23-5, has 3 wins against the top 12 ranked opponents this year. 2-time All-American is River Robertson. He placed 5th at this weight the past 2 seasons. 4 seed Paul Schornberg, Penn State Wrestling Club, and a big push again by Penn State's wrestling club this year. He's 23-3. He is the Mid-East Conference champion. Taylor Westlake's the 5 seed, so the top 5 ranked wrestlers get the top 5 seeds in this class. Taylor Westlake from Liberty, 21-10, the Mid-Atlantic champion. He has wrestled and lost to both Van Valen and Cheney, the top 2 seeds in this bracket. Other conference champions, the Great Lakes, Grand Valley State, Brendan DeVries, the 6th seed. He is a freshman at Grand Valley, 13-2 on the year. The Great Plains champion, Chase Rising, Iowa State Wrestling Club. He is the 7th seed, 17-7. Actually, Iowa State has 2 qualifiers seeded among the top 17 in this, so the Cyclones doing well. They had 2 of the top 24 seeds in the previous bracket as well. West Coast champion goes to UC Merced, Frank Berduo. He is the 11th seed, 5-1, so limited action on the season for him. Grays Harbor has the Northwest Conference champion in Denzel Morrow. He is the 10 seed, a good win count at 26-7. The Southwest Conference champion is seeded 14th. That's Eric Hunt from the University of Texas. So pretty spread out as far as the conference champions and the seeding. But again, we're really pretty top heavy with Cody Cheney as the top seed and George Van Valen, the 2 seed. Going to be hard to unseat them from the finals. That is 184. Brian.
Yeah, interestingly, the number 2 and the number 3 seed just had a contentious battle in the Northeast Conference final, so we'll probably see that again based on the seeding here in the semifinals, making it for the national title. All right, starting at 184 here, we've got a 43-man bracket. We're starting with the Southwest Conference. The runner-up in the Southwest out of North Texas, Sergio Aguilar.
Aguilar draws line 26. Aguilar, 2-6.
26.
What's
Should be
26? They're good.
be a top right.
Both on the right side, different quadrants.
Okay, we got. Is William Brown, Texas A&M, Southwest Conference.
Brown of A&M, line 27.
Okay, that works. Okay, West Coast Conference, 3rd place finisher, Louis Jaraquai, Cal State Fresno.
Jaraquai, line 31. Jaraquai, line 31.
Okay, that works. Moving on to the 4th place finisher from Dixie State, Jerry Doherty, West Coast Conference.
Doherty, line 25. Doherty, 25.
I feel like that should be there.
I'm sure that works.
Okay, that was 25. Okay. Moving to, we skip over the Great Lakes. The top 4 are seeded already. We go to the Great Plains. The 3rd place finisher from Wayne State is Spencer Trout.
Trout, line 32. 3-2 for Spencer Trout.
We're good there.
Yep.
All right. Next up is the 4th place finisher of the Great Plains from Air Force Prep, James Duffy.
Mr. Duffy on line 29, excuse me. 2-9, line 29.
All right, we're good. All right, moving on to the Mid-Atlantic Conference. We have one guy to draw, East Carolina's Jared Nicholson, 4th place finisher.
Nicholson, line 30, 3-0. Line 30.
The bottom, yep. Oh, sorry, Jared, right?
Yeah, Jared.
Jared Nicholson. There's a Jason Nicholson on the Northwest Conference I was confusing him with. Okay, that's good.
That works.
We move on to Mideast has the top 4 seeded. Northeast has the top 4 seeded. We move to the Northwest Conference. Quincy Stormer, Montana Tech, third place finisher.
28.
He's a runner-up.
2-8.
A cool name here. 2-8, 28.
Yes.
That was Northwest Conference. That works. 28. All right, I believe that's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, we move on to the next part of the draw. Southwest is already drawn. We go to the West Coast in Howard Stockdale of Utah State.
You're going to have to wait on him for a minute.
Oh, sorry. We got, you need 33 through 64.
Yeah, I got him. Okay.
Brian, is that an addition, Utah State?
Stockton, did you say?
Yeah, it was not in our original list. I think
63.
he wasn't in, but he's in the tournament.
Okay.
63. 6-3.
You guys there?
Yeah, 63.
Oh, we might have lost him.
Are you there?
That works.
I think we lost Brian.
Brian?
Well, we can do it without him. This is our
You
next.
guys back?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you were gone there for a while. All right,
63
are we ready to
was-
go?
Yeah, we're ready. We had 63 already was drawn.
Okay, so that was Howard Stockdale, 63. It should be. You need to draw again.
Wait, why?
He's in the same quarter with the West Coast.
34. 3-4.
Oh, you just drew the same guy. Draw again.
57. 5-7.
This should work. 57. Nope. We're in West Coast quadrant there.
Oh, you're right. You interfered with the 31. You're right.
46. 4-6.
It's down with the 3 seed.
6. Where's 46?
46 down by the 3 seed.
We're good.
31, 25. Yep.
Okay. Now we move to the Great Lakes Conference. The 5th place finisher from Ohio State Wrestling Club, Tommy Bowles.
Tommy Bowles. 49. 4-9.
That works. We move on to the 6th place finisher from Mott Community College, Jakari Vines.
Vines. 47. 4-7.
All right, that works. 42nd. All right, and then we have Brendan Rice from Michigan Wrestling Club, Great Lakes Conference.
Does Flo print the seed numbers?
Rice. 6.
Yes, it's all on it.
Rice. 6-1.
Yep. 61.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right next to the 4 seed.
We got through a 7-person conference and didn't have to redraw. That's crazy.
Next.
61. All right. Moving on to the Mid-Atlantic Conference, 5th place finisher from Bridgewater College, Josh Powers.
Powers. Line 39. Powers. 39.
Good to go. Next up, the 6th place finisher from East Carolina, Justin Harrell. We need to make sure he's opposite number 30.
Harold.
Right.
33. Harold. 33.
Works. Okay. Moving to the Mideast Conference from Rowan University, 5th place finisher, Bradley Louth. Rowan.
Louth. 44. 4-4.
All right. Moving to the Northeast Conference, 5th place finisher from Springfield Tech, Sean Baker.
Baker, line 45.
All right, that works. From Rensselaer Polytechnic, Northeast Conference, Ryan Ford.
Ford, 58, 5'8".
All right, going to the Southeast Conference, William Johnson, 5th place finisher from Georgia Southern.
Johnson, 62, 6'2".
All right, and finally, Jackson Bowen, 6th place finisher from University of Georgia. The last guy of this bracket.
Line 36, Bowen, 36.
All right. 36. All right, let me make sure we drew everybody. And we move on to 197 pounds. Jim, you're going to want to have 25 to 32.
$197 is going to have to start. Well, the only thing to start the conversation with there is Maverick Rechsteiner, Emmanuel, a junior, Southeast Conference champion, 17-7 on the season, but he's the defending national champion at this weight. And remember seeing him up at the national duels, and just a dominant wrestler. So a heavy favorite there at 197. The 2 seed is George Hargrove, Springfield Tech. He's a junior, 9-1 on the season. He comes in from a junior college. He was the runner-up. Brian, was that at this weight? Was he at 197?
Yeah, I believe he was second. He was a runner-up at 197 for NCWA.
In NCWA last year. So George Hargrave, the 2 seed. 3rd seed is Kyler Slade from Ohio State Wrestling Club, 20-5. So another 20-match winner there. He has wins over 2 of the other top 6 seeds. So Slade, 20-5. He is the Great Lakes champion. He placed 6th at this weight last year. 4 seed Scott Grishaber from Michigan Dearborn, 7-5. So not the best record, but he earned the 4 seed. He's the 2nd place finisher out of the Great Lakes Conference. 5 seed Jesse Slocum from Akron. So we are heavy from the Great Lakes at this weight class at the top as far as the seeding. 14-2, and he's from Akron, and he placed 8th at 197 here last year. 6 seed Danny Falconer from Clemson. Good to see the Tigers coming out of the Mid-Atlantic. 9-0, one of 2 undefeated wrestlers at this weight class. 9-0. From Clemson, he's a sophomore, and he is the Mid-Atlantic champion. Jacob Childs is the 7 seed. He's the other undefeated wrestler from BYU, 12-0 on the season with 2 of those wins outside the association. So Jacob Childs, potential dark horse to get into the semis as the 7 seed. And Joseph Lohman from MIT, 24-7. He has more wins than anybody else in this bracket. 2nd place for the Northeast Conference. He is the 8 seed. Other conference champions, Caleb Hafner from Grays Harbor. He's a freshman. 1st place from the Northwest Conference. And then the Southwest Conference champion, 6-4 on the season from Texas Arlington, is Harold Brown. He is the 13 seed. So one other thing of note from this, the Great Plains Conference. They only qualified 3, but all 3 are seeded among the top 24 in this class from Iowa State, Colorado State, and Air Force Prep. And so I don't know. Hargrove, based on his junior college finish last year, and Rex Steiner, hard to knock those 2 out of the finals, I would think, Brian.
All right. This weight class, we're starting with West Coast Conference. Got a couple of people to draw here. First one up, the runner-up, Manuel Mendez from Cal State Sacramento.
Mendez of Sacramento draws line 28. 28 for Mendez.
Make sure he is separated by court. $28. All right, the third place finisher from San Jose State, Thomas Dow.
Dow, line 32, 3-2 for Dow.
All right, that works. The fourth place finisher from Dixie State, Hasnan Felshaw.
Felshaw, line 27. Line 27, 2-7.
All right. Moving on to the Great Lakes are already seated. Top four. Great Plains are already seated. Mid-Atlantic is already seated. We move to the Mid-East. Fourth place finisher from Westchester University, Chris McCullough. Good to see Westchester returning to our national championships.
Chris McCullough, line 31 for McCullough. 3-1.
All right, moving to the Northwest Conference. The runner-up from University of Washington, Edgars Plorich.
Orange, line 29. 2-9.
Let's make sure he's separated by at least quarter. He is. Next up, third place finisher for the Northwest from Grays Harbor, Gary Aubie. And he needs to be opposite of number 12, teammate. He needs to be on the right side.
Equals number 25, line 25.
Go ahead and draw again. He's on the same side as a teammate.
Line 26.
Okay, that works. I apologize if I butcher your name, Gary. It's either Aub or Aubie. I apologize. All right, moving on to the Southeast Conference. Third place finisher from Auburn University, Matthew Wall.
Wall is line 30, 3-0. Wall, line 30.
All right, that works. Fourth place finisher from University of Central Florida, Thomas Agresta.
Line 25, 2-5.
That works. And I believe that should be it.
It is. No, sir.
Okay, we move on back to the West Coast. We should have numbers 33 through 64 in the hopper.
Almost. Whenever you're ready.
All right. John Whetstone, San Jose State. We need to make sure he's on the opposite side of 32.
Whetstone, 42, line 4-2.
All right. That works. All right, moving back to the Great Lakes Conference. Nick High from University of Toledo, fifth place finisher.
Hyde of Toledo, line 60, 6-0. 6-0.
We have to draw again because he drew his own conference.
Line 64.
Well, that's the worst possible draw you get.
Yeah, I guess that's right. 60.
All right, 64 it is. All right, Michael Orth, University of Wisconsin Wrestling Club, Great Lakes Conference.
Line 56. Oops.
All right, that works. We're
64.
moving on.
56. Hold on a second. Go ahead.
That was 56.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the Mid-Atlantic. 5th place finisher from University of Tennessee. That would be Virgil English.
English, 53. 53.
53. That works. All right. Next up is from the apprentice school, Vandan Schmidt.
Schmidt, number 34. Schmidt, 34.
All right, that works. We move on to David Trigg of Liberty. He needs to be opposite of number 16, so he needs to be on the right side.
Craig, 35. Craig, 35.
That works. Hey, finally a teammate that worked out. All right. Mid-East Conference, Eric Wollerman. Rowan University, 5th place finisher.
62. Wollerman, 6'2".
That should be... All right, that works. Okay, we have from Delaware, Eugene Franciscini. Franciscini,
49. 49.
All right, got to draw again. He's got a guy in his first 2 rounds.
Let's try 37 for Franciscini. 3-7.
That works. Okay. Next up is the 5th place finisher from Stony Brook in the Northeast Conference, Jared Hudson.
Hudson, line 52. Hudson, 52. 5-2.
Draw again. Northeast Conference in the first 2 rounds.
Line 49. 4-9.
That works. All right. Joe Fallon from UMass, Northeast Conference.
Fallon, line 60.
60?
60, yes, 60.
I'm not seeing it.
It's next to the 5 seed.
Got it.
I'm sure that works.
Yep. All right, and the last guy to be drawn from Florida State University, the 5th place finisher from the Southeast, Jacob Larson.
Larson, line 61.
That works. All right, moving on to, let me check and make sure everybody's drawn here, and then we'll move on to 235. Everybody's drawn. We will need 25 through 34, Jim. 25 through 34.
Where the heck is 33?
Go ahead, Scott.
235 shows 4 returning All-Americans. I'm going to start in a different place because we have Stephen Webb from Connecticut, UConn, he is the 4 seed, but he comes back as a 2-time returning All-American at this weight. He is the runner-up from last year, and he took 8th at 235 from 2 seasons ago. 15-4 on the season at UConn. He is the Northeast Conference champion, and he is 6-0 outside the association. So, been doing some good work in some of the open tournaments up there, perhaps. The top seed is Richie McClendon from Middle Tennessee, 24-2. So a high win count, great win percentage there for the junior from Middle Tennessee. He's the top seed. Zach Pitt is the 2nd seed from Emmanuel. He's a senior, only 7-3 on the year, but the Southeast Conference champion. He does have a loss to the 6th seed earlier in the season. So Emmanuel, again, with another one of the high seeds there. Zach Pitt at the 2 seed. 3 seed, Heron Bogdanic from Grand Valley State. Another high win count, 24-2. He's a junior, Great Lakes champion. He's done a lot of work against other ranked wrestlers. He has a 4-1 record against the top 10. According to our rankings, he was 5th at this weight last year. That's Bogdanic, the 3 seed. I mentioned Stephen Webb from UConn, the 4 seed. Eglas from Central Florida, the senior. He is back 10-2 on the season. He is the 5 seed. Took 2nd place in the Southeast, losing to Zach Pitt from Emmanuel there in the final. 6th seed, Charles Hancock. So Liberty has someone among the top 6 seeds again. Charles Hancock, a senior from Liberty, 14-9. 2nd place in the Mid-Atlantic. He has a win earlier this season over Zach Pitt at Emmanuel. Let's go to the 7th seed, Isaiah Tautoan from Williamson Trade School, a senior. He is the Mid-East Conference champion, 9-2 on the season. Other conference champions represented here from UCLA, Enrique Carranza. He is the 10 seed. He's 9-1 on the season. Just appeared in our rankings based on the conference finish. 1st place in the Northwest Conference from Grays Harbor, Brett McGay. He's the 11 seed. Grays Harbor is a sophomore. The Great Plains champion from Winona State is the 12 seed, Giovanni Guarnero. And the 13 seed from Texas Tech, David Benson. He is 8-4 on the season. So not, let's see, 4, I guess half the field is returning All-Americans among the top 8 seeds. Some high win counts here. Seth Brennick, I don't think I mentioned him, the 9 seed. He's from the Ohio State Wrestling Club, 23-5. He had to pull out of the Great Lakes tournament based on injury. He should be back for nationals, 23-5, so a high win count there for Brennick. So 235, I see it pretty wide open there, Brian.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Scott. All right, we're starting here at the Great Lakes Conference. Their top 5 guys are already seated. Class for the Great Lakes Conference. So we move on to the Great Plains. Our first guy drawn is going to be our Gills. I apologize if I butchered your name. Colorado State from Great Plains.
Gills draws line 30. Rick Gills, line 30.
Okay, that works. 30. Okay, 4th place in the Great Plains from Winona State, Colin O'Brien. He needs to be opposite of his teammate, who's the number 12 seed.
O'Brien draws line 26.
That works because 12 is on the other side. Okay, we skip over the Mid-Atlantic because their top 4 are seeded. We go to the Mid-East. The 4th place finisher there from Rowan University, Sebastian Hull.
Hull, line 34. 34.
34 should be up here. All right, we're good there. All right, we passed the Northeast. Their top 4 are seeded. The runner-up finisher of the Northwest Conference out of Montana Tech, Riley McDowell.
McDowell, number 33, draws line 33.
That works. All right, we move to the third place finisher from the Northwest, from Washington State, Michael Huskisson.
Huskisson draws line 31. Line 31.
All right, then we move to the fourth place finisher from Grays Harbor, Diel Eason. He needs to be opposite of number 11.
Gleason on line 27. Line 27.
Needs to be a left side.
Nope. They're right next to each other.
Is that the right side? Yeah, he needs. Go ahead and draw again.
Let's try line 32. 3-2.
That works. Nope, he drew it in the conference. Go ahead and draw again.
Line 29. 2-9.
It feels like it's right.
Yep,
Yep.
down by the 4 seed, different quadrant. He's good. 29.
29 it is. We move to the Southeast Conference third place finisher from Florida State, Nick Wethy. Wethy.
Refi is line 28. 28.
Looking for it. Looking for it. There it is.
Exciting.
Go ahead and redraw. He's in the same first 2 rounds with SEC.
Line 32. 32.
Should work. All right, fourth place finisher from SEC, Jerry Holloway, University of Georgia.
Holloway draws 27. Line 27.
I show that works.
That works.
Opposite. Yep.
All right, we move on to the Southwest Conference, the third place finisher. They did a true second in their conference from North Texas, Ikeka Neal.
Neal is on line 25. 2-5.
Hmm. 25, come on. Not that many numbers left.
25 down by the 8 seed.
20, okay, Ikeka.
I
All right,
25
that
works.
works.
Yep.
All right, we move to the West Coast. Third place finisher there from Cal State, Sacramento, Eduardo Zamora.
Zamora on line 28. 28.
You broke up there. I didn't say that again.
2-8.
Okay.
2-8. 28.
That works. 28. All right, fourth place finisher from the West Coast, from Fresno State, Jesus Izaga.
Wait a minute. Now, what are you into the second half of the draw?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Izazaga is the
We
fourth
have
place.
one more left.
Well, that was we drew 25 through 34.
25 through 34. I had 10 guys. Let me see. It's Jesus Izazaga. Do I have 34 place?
I show we needed 10 also.
Do I have 11? All right, hold on. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like we had 11. Sorry, my bad. He's number 35. Hey.
Go, number 35.
That's
still random. It's only one guy.
well, let's double check 35. Hang on.
All right. Make sure it works first, but
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's make sure
35
down to the
works.
3 seed.
Jesus Izazaga. Apologize, Jesus, for not including you in that. All right, so the next group, we're only going to have 5 to draw, it looks like. Let me see, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I must have counted wrong. I apologize. Let's see, 10, 15.
No problem. We got it.
41.
We're set.
That's right. All right. So we got 6.
And that remains.
All right.
Yeah.
36 through 64.
Yep.
All right. First one to draw here, the Great Lakes, Dominic Johnson, Mott Community College.
Johnson, line 50, 5-0. 5-0, line 50.
Go ahead and draw again. He drew his own conference.
Line 45, 4-5.
Draw again. Drew his own conference.
Line 36, 3-6.
He's one of 2 Dominic Johnsons in the tournament, by the way.
That's
Spell
what
their first names different.
No, that's what I needed to hear.
One has a K at the end from Liberty, so we're good to go. All right, next up, out of the Mid-Atlantic, Zach Sinteman. Zach Sinteman, apprentice school. He needs to be opposite of 21.
Line 46. Line 4-6.
Okay, where's 21, though? Is that opposite? Yep, that works. Mac.
Tobin.
Tobin, sorry. Sorry, Zach. 46. All right, we're down to 23 people watching, so it must be all the heavyweights.
Hey, welcome.
All right, moving on to Northeast Conference. 5th place from Alfred State, Mitch Latuka.
Latuka, line 58, 5-8.
That works.
If they're watching and want to text in, they can recommend their seeds for staying with us.
All right.
They get to pick their own seeds.
Southeast Conference, 7th place finisher from Georgia Southern, Terry Mycourt.
Mycourt on line 48, 4-8.
That works.
Good to see Georgia Southern back on the SEC map.
Okay, 48. All right, West Coast Conference from Arizona, Jorge Loya Lopez.
Loya Lopez, line 51, 5-1 for Loya Lopez.
All right, that works.
Yeah, it works. It's two.
Next up is Andres Briones from University of Southern California, West Coast Conference.
Briones, line 40, 40.
That works.
Should be it, right?
I'll check.
40, 51, 25.
Yep, everything's done for 235. Down to our last weight class is 285. We've got 33 guys in the bracket here, so interestingly, we're going to draw 7 in the first round and 2 in the next one. So 9 guys to draw here, and we'll be done.
Oh,
you're going to need 25 through 31, Jim.
Yep.
We'd like to welcome the 23 viewers to the heavyweight division. So, 3 returning All-Americans at heavyweight. But we start with the top seed, Donovan Lozada from Springfield Tech, 27-1 on the seasons. He's done a lot of work wrestling outside the NCWA. He's 14-1 outside, 13-0 undefeated against NCWA opponents. Top seed, he is the Northeast Conference champion. He'll be challenged by the 2 seed, Dylan Stadel from Utah State, 15-5. He's the West Coast Conference champion. Stadel placed 3rd in this division last year. He's one of the returning All-Americans. Ricky Carter from Florida A&M. He's a 6-time All-American. It seems like he's been in the association for 6 years. 8-0. He's one of the undefeated wrestlers in this weight class. He's the Southeast Conference champion. 2-time All-American, Ricky Carter. Placed 3rd here placed third at 235 last year, and then placed seventh at heavyweight 2 years ago. So Ricky Carter, Florida A&M. The 4 seed, Jesse Godin, Central Florida. He's a junior, 13-4. He's the Southeast Conference runner-up to Carter. Has a win this year over the 6 seed, Steven Francisco from Apprentice. That's from the National Duels. Gowden is the runner-up at this weight from last year. The 5 seed is the other Dominic Johnson. Dominic with a K. Johnson, he's a sophomore at Liberty, 19-8, the Mid-Atlantic Conference champion. Has 4 wins this year against other top 10 ranked opponents. So perhaps somewhat of a sleeper there is the 5 seed. Steven Francisco from Apprentice, 24-9. Again, a high win count for Apprentice, and they don't back down from anybody. He's got 9 matches already against other top 10 opponents. The Great Lakes champion from Henry Ford College, the 7 seed, Darian Holmes. The Great Lakes champion at 7-2, Henry Ford, undefeated against NCWA competition. And the 8 seed from the Lehigh Wrestling Club. Great to see Lehigh back at Nationals. 5-5 on the year. He's the 8 seed, but he's the Mid-East Conference champion. Other conference champions here, the Southwest Conference, represented by Joseph Arce from North Texas, 12-2 on the year. The 9 seed is a sophomore. Northwest Conference champion from Grays Harbor, Joe Leal. He's the 11 seed, 15-10 on the year. The Great Plains champ qualified. He was uncontested at the conference tournament. The freshman Theodore Waskoski, he is the 24 seed, but he is the Great Plains champion. One other thing of note, or 2 other things of note, Mid-Atlantic Conference. We talked about Johnson and Francisco already. There are 5 qualifiers, all of them seeded inside the top 23 seeds. In the Mid-East Conference, all 4 of their qualifiers, Lehigh, Temple, Penn State, Du Bois, and Temple has 2 of them. All of them seeded among the top 22. The Southeast and Southwest Conference both each have all 3 of their qualifiers seeded in the tournament as well. So always fun for me, Brian, to watch the heavyweights go at it. And I guess it'll start with Lozada with a 27-1 record. He's pretty much the favorite, but always fun to watch Ricky Carter, like his style. So heavyweights from 3 on down looks pretty wide open.
Interestingly, at heavyweight there, at National Duels, Jesse Godin from Central Florida was the #1 ranked wrestler, and Lozada came in and pinned him in 14 seconds. So it might not be much of a competition at 285 this year. I don't know. We'll see.
One other thing, if I may mention, Lozada with that 27-1 record is 96% win percentage, at least going into the national tournament, puts him, at least for the moment, into our record books. So one of the top seasons for not being an undefeated wrestler. So we'll see if he can he is the favorite, the heavy favorite there at heavyweight. So there you go, Brian.
All right, we start with the Great Plains Conference here. And, of course, there's only one guy in the Great Plains Conference, so we don't draw the Great Plains Conference. Mid-Atlantic, all 5 guys are seeded. Mid-East, all 4 guys are seeded. So we start with the Northeast Conference and Jose Gandaria from RPI.
Gandaria draws line 30-3-0.
Okay, that works. Next up, the 4th place finisher from UMass in Northeast Conference, Conrad Lavoie.
Lavoie draws line 27. 27, Lavoie.
Okay, next up out of the Northwest Conference will be Jake Hobbs, the 3rd place finisher from Montana Tech.
Hobbs of Montana Tech, 29. Hobbs, line 29.
Okay, that works. 4th place finisher on the Northwest Conference is Trey Cox from Central Washington.
Cox, line 26. Cox, line 26.
26, 26?
Correct.
Okay, that works. Okay, Southeast is already seated. Southwest is already seated. So we go to the runner-up from the West Coast Conference from Dixie State, Drew Sowards.
Sowers, line 25. Sowers, line 25, 2-5.
Make sure that they're split apart. They are.
25, yep.
I just want to make sure the 1 and 2 are far enough apart. Okay. 25. We move to the third place finisher from Cal State Northridge, Mina Hanna. It might be Mina Hanna.
Hanna at line 31, 3-1.
All right, we got to draw again. He's in the same
Yep.
2 rounds.
Yeah, that was hard to do. Just-
28, 2-8.
Okay, that works.
All right, Jim, roll this one good.
Yeah, roll the one, which leaves us line 31 for the last guy.
Brad Ferguson from Akron is line 31, and that actually works, which is great, so we don't have to redraw a bunch of stuff. All right, so the way that we're going to do this, since there's only 2 guys left, we have to fill number 32. So the next guy to be drawn is Brian Wuski from Toledo. Number 32 and any random number in the hopper.
Yep.
If you draw number 32 for Whiskey, he's number 32. If you draw a different number, the other guy to be drawn will be number 32.
Round and round they go.
Brian, who's the other one? I don't have anyone else on my page.
Xavier Henderson, the wild
Oh,
card
I'm
from
sorry.
North.
Yep. That is my bad, Xavier, yeah. We could just flip a coin on this one.
And we
Good.
draw number
Da-da-da-da-da.
32.
Whiskey 32.
Did he get 32?
Yeah.
The other number is 60, and it's still in the cage, 32.
The other number was 60. We can just go ahead and did you pick it randomly, or did you? Let's go ahead and put a bunch of numbers in so we
I just
actually.
picked it randomly, but okay, yeah. I'll throw a couple other numbers in there.
You need to have 33 through 64 in. So you gets the only first round match for the heavyweights.
And he gets line 57.
57 is Xavier Henderson. Anybody see it? And it works.
Right.
Let me make sure everybody's drawn, and we will be done with this live draw. All right, everything's drawn. Just to reiterate to anybody still watching, there's 20 people or 20 feeds still going. I know there were some parties people were having for the live draw, kind of like March Madness. Just so everybody knows, these are posted on our website at ncwa.net/seating. And they will also be posted live some point tonight at Flow Arena for the NCWA National Championships. So you can look at either location. They are posted right now at ncwa.net/seeding. SEEDING.
If
Jim, you want to close?
Brian, if they have any discrepancies, write your congressman, but also send a letter where?
There shouldn't be any discrepancies.
There shouldn't be.
If you have issues with the way that it was drawn or seeded this year, you feel free to come to the Vision Forum and offer your best solution as how to fix whatever you think is wrong.
No, I'm saying if they have anything to add or they see something that we might have missed, Brian, you want to contact you or?
Yeah, they can contact me at 1-800. I'm not going to give a false number.
Okay, right.
1-800, I'm not changing anything.
1-800, the brackets are drawn. Have fun, everybody. I'm sure there will be some a little bit of controversy on some of the seeds, but hey, talk to your conference chairman if you have an issue, and they can come to us through the executive board. I don't foresee any big issues in terms of how we seeded it, but like I said, if you have any suggestions how to do it better next year, come on down to Daytona Beach and hang out with us for a couple
Yes,
days.
we do want feedback on how this went, doing it for the Virgin Voyage here. All right. Jim, anything?
Nope. We look forward to seeing everybody here in Allen, Texas on Wednesday. We can always use help setting up. So if there's any strong guys out there that want to help us move mats, that would be great.
Coaches meeting Wednesday night or anything?
Wednesday night is the coaches' reception, and yes, we'll have a meeting to cover details of entry into the venue. The awards, any number of other things that we'll cover in a coaches meeting. That is a head coaches meeting only. Only one coach per team will be invited into the meeting.
All right.
We're out.
Good deal, guys. Thanks for
All right.
watching.
Good night from Dallas.